Hello everybody, welcome to the channel, and today we're going to be reacting to Kraven the Hunter trailer. Now this has been out a couple of days and I've not seen it. I was meant to watch it, but it's my birthday. I've just turned 20. Yes! I'm old, it's scary. But no, I've been late to reacting to this, so we're just going to get into it, then talk about it afterwards, and talk about how I probably still won't like the film. But let's get into it, let's get watching, and we'll talk afterwards.
My son, we are hunters, the greatest the world has ever known.
Охотник до сказки.
Oh my god.
Каждой сказки есть правда.
Oh my god, Right, so he's in prison, it seems. He does look like Kraven though. That's... Oh, he... Really? Oh, a bit of Johnny Cash as well.
A gangster? A killer?
And I heard a voice, and behold.
Oh!
Hell followed with him.
Oh, he does look
Going
good.
around taking names,
My son,
and he decides who to free and who to blame.
yes, an animal stronger than you can imagine.
The hairs on your arm will stand up.
Tell me about this hunter.
Some are born and some are dying.
Once you're on his list, there's only one way off.
It's violent.
When the man comes around. When the man comes around. Whoever is unjust,
You think you're some kind of honor, some kind of code.
they'll be unjust.
You're just another man
Whoever is righteous,
hunting for a trophy,
let him be righteous still.
just like our father.
When the man comes around. When the man comes around.
Embrace who you really are.
He does look good as Kraven.
And you will become a legend.
When the man comes around. When the man comes
Do you know-
around.
It doesn't look too bad. Okay, so that was the trailer. That looked pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think it would look that good. He looks good as Kraven. It's very hard to get a Kraven look, but it's also very simple to get one because he's just this kind of bearded, rough guy who's strong. That if you put a fur coat around him, it looks like Kraven. But no, he does look really good as Kraven. He looks violent, which Kraven is in the comics completely. And his accent sounds really good as well. Even though most of the trailer was Russell Crowe speaking in his, of course, he does that accent in every film he's ever in. But no, it does look really good. Kraven is a very, very complicated character in the comics. He's very, like, primal and not human-like. Like, he just doesn't act like a human. So it'll be good to see how Aaron Taylor-Johnson plays him in this. It looks like he's doing good so far. He looks huge. He looks scary. When he has the orange eyes, that look class, and it looks good. I didn't think it would be that good. I did not think it would be that good. Rhino looks good. They're not doing some mechanical rhino bullshit. They're actually doing rhino comics where he turns into a rhino and, well, stays like a rhino forever, but I don't know if they'll be doing it in this. This looks like he was pulling something out of him, so maybe there's something that stops him from being the rhino in this, which will be interesting. Very violent, but yeah, that looks really good. I'm very surprised. I can't keep saying that. Very surprised about it. Sorry, my chair usually goes back. It makes the film a little bit more interesting. It's just the thing that bugs me out. It's just this won't tie in to the MCU, and I just want the MCU to be this big collective. Everyone is in the same world with each other. I understand multiverses coming into it, and that's fine, and I like that stuff. But I don't like when they're, especially Sony, are just keeping it away from the MCU, and they're not wanting to have anything of this part of the MCU, like the Venom, Kraven, and it's just irritating because I wish, like, he looks, from the trailer, he looks good as Kraven. I would be excited to see him in the MCU, but that's not going to happen because Sony are bitches and won't let that happen. I don't know if you know as well, Sony have this thing where if they use a Spider-Man villain once, if they use the villain before the MCU get to the villain, they can't use that villain. So now, the MCU can't bring in Kraven, so now we won't have Kraven in the MCU, which is shit, because Kraven's a really cool character in the comics and a big Spider-Man villain. right? We can't use Venom in the MCU because Sony made them first. It's just irritating. It's just annoying. We can't use, we can't use Kraven, maybe Venom actually. I think there's something different with Venom. I know we can't use Kraven, we can't use Chameleon, we can't use Rhino. There we go, another one. We can't use Rhino in the MCU. It just annoys me. It just irritates me because I feel like all these characters in the MCU would be so good, but they're not going to be in MCU. So what's the point in bloody having them? And it's just, I understand Sony makes some good films, but the last 2 Venom films have been pretty diabolical. Venom's cool, and he's the only cool part about it. Carnage was cool in the second one. I think Venom's the only one that MCU can use. I'll have to read about it after, but let me know in the comments as well if you know anything about this. MCU can use this, and Sony can use this, and what they can't not use, and it's just annoying. I'm excited to see how they go with this. Like, who's the villain? Is Rhino going to be the villain, or is Rhino actually going to be the one that's trying to stop Kraven because he's the villain? Kraven is one of those people in the comics that doesn't like anyone. He doesn't get along with anyone. When he joined the Sinister Six in the comics, very briefly, he didn't like anyone and he ended up trying to kill them and all that. But anyway, I think Kraven's a cool character. If you play old games, Kraven's a really cool character. If you read the comics, he's a cool character. So let's hope he is cool in this, because he looks cool. Will he be cool throughout the whole film? That's the question. Anyway, let me know in the comments as well if you have the same irritation that I do, that we can't use these people in the MCU, because it's just sad. All of the MCU, with all these characters all at once, especially things like Secret Wars, that'll just make the film so much more, like, watchable. Like, you want to think, oh, that's proper, like, Marvel comics, with the Sinister Six all being together at the same time, and blah, blah, blah. The Sinister Six we're going to get is a Vulture that uses wings, mechanical, amazing. A Venom, which we won't even, might not get. Black Cat, like, who else have we got? It's just sad. It's really sad. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I post at least 3 times a week. I'm doing a Lego Marvel series right now, and I'm going to be posting trailer reactions when they come up, and I'm doing loads of videos on Marvel Rivals, which is coming out soon. Gamescom is on the 20th of August, so see a couple videos talking about that, and then we're going to be live streaming on the 20th of August, watching Gamescom, so that'll be interesting. And we're going to get, I think, if you watch the video coming in the next few days, we're going to get quite a lot of Marvel stuff at Gamescom, so watch out. Anyway, thank you for watching, and goodbye.